Former First Lady Michelle Obama talking about women who voted for President Trump instead of choosing Hillary Clinton. This is what she said, quote, "Any woman who voted against Hillary Clinton voted against their own voice. That we look at these two candidates as women, and many of us said, he's better for me, his voice is more true to me. To me, that just says you don't like your voice. You just like the thing you're told to like." Let's bring in the panel. Jessica Tarlov is a Democratic strategist and senior director of research at Bustle.com. Katie Pavlich, editor of Townhall.com. Good to see you both today.
Good morning.
All right, Katie, I'll give you a first run at that.
Well, I think women like their voices. They just didn't like Hillary Clinton very much. And I wonder if Michelle Obama is no longer proud of her country now that Barack Obama is no longer in office and Hillary Clinton wasn't elected to preserve his legacy. It turns out that there are a lot of women around the country, particularly in the Midwest, where Hillary Clinton failed to campaign, that believe in economic prosperity, jobs, rather than identity politics. And so if Michelle Obama wants to continue insulting people who didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton, specifically women, she can do so. But at this point, the Democrat Party needs all the votes they can get, and it doesn't seem like a very wise choice at this point.
Jessica, let's look at some exit polling from 2012 and 2016. By the way, when it came to voting for Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump, 54% of women, these are female voters, voted for Hillary Clinton, 41% for Donald Trump. But Hillary's numbers were actually down with female voters from what President Obama got. He got 55% back in 2012. So she wasn't convincing all the women that she was their best choice either. And you know that 41% of women who went out and voted for Trump are not going to be happy about that comment by the former First Lady.
No, they're not going to be happy about it. And actually, if you break down those numbers even further, we see that that was actually a split with white women and African-American women. Overwhelmingly, black women supported Hillary Clinton, and it's white women that she had a problem with, college-educated, in fact. So of traditional voters who would have gone for Barack Obama, I think that this comment was not particularly useful. I do agree with Katie about that. I think that coming off a campaign where we had the deplorables comment, which I think could have been explained better and talked about kind of these systemic issues that were racing through the Donald Trump campaign, would have been a smarter way to do this. This comment can also be taken out of context. It was a larger interview where she also then went on to mention the Access Hollywood tape and how that continues to offend her and how anyone could have heard that, especially a woman, and then decided that they still wanted to vote for that man. But I take Katie's point, and that he was out there saying, I'm going to give you economic prosperity. I'm going to put more money back in your pockets. And a lot of people voted for the businessman president, male and female. So I think that it was a mistake. I'm sure that soundbite is going to show up in a lot of ads in 2018 and 2020.
Absolutely.
I want to ask something and give you both a chance to respond to, because Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, 84-year-old icon of the Supreme Court, is out speaking again. She talked about Donald Trump before he was the president during the campaign. She later said she didn't apologize for what she had said, but she said as a justice, she probably should not have been out there talking about politics. But when she was asked about whether sexism affected the outcome of the 2016 election, she says, I have no doubt that I did. It was a major, major factor. Katie?
Well, was sexism a factor when Barack Obama beat Hillary Clinton for the nomination in 2008? I'm not sure. Maybe she can take a look at that as well. This old argument of sexism doesn't add up when you look at the numbers across the board. Sexism isn't why voters in Wisconsin and Michigan, blue states, we've been talking about this for months, went out and voted for Donald Trump. They voted for him because of his message and because Hillary Clinton wasn't in touch with people on the ground there and what their needs were. When it comes to what they thought about her, the number one word that came to mind with the majority of voters was liar. They didn't trust her, and she was never able to gain that back.
I want to make sure we give Jessica a chance to respond. We got about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. I do think that misogyny and sexism did play a role in this election. I think that obviously campaigning in Wisconsin would have helped a lot, but I think that if you look at what Bernie Sanders did and the impact that his campaign had on Hillary Clinton's campaign, when you lose by just thousands of votes, it was 77,000 overall. I don't think that this story is as clear-cut as many are making it out to be, and RBG can do no wrong.
I'm pretty sure Katie would want to further discuss that, but we
can't because the segment's over.